To go to the Eastern Cape very shortly. Lubabalo Dada is there covering the UDM leader Bantu Holomisa, and he was talking about this revival of the industrial hub and how they can do that in order to improve the lives of the people there. UDM leader Bantu Holomisa focusing his party's campaign on the former industrial hub of Butterworth in the Eastern Cape. He plans to go to around assessing the area, followed by a rally, we understand. General Holomisa says his party is pushing for the revival of the manufacturing sector in the town to take it back to, in quotes, glory days. Lubabalo Dada is our man on the scene. Sir, what is the situation on the ground where you are?
Well, a good afternoon to you, Blaine, and the viewers at home. We are at Sobomvu village. This is where the leader of UDM, Bantu Holomisa, will be addressing members of the party and the communities. We saw him coming here and driving around, convincing people to come here to listen to his message. But to give us a glimpse of the issues that he'll be touching on, I am joined by the mayoral candidate of the UDM. His name is Toby Lekitikiti. Thank you very much, sir, for your time. We understand that the UDM leader will be here talking to people, convincing them to vote for his party. Can you kindly tell us first, what are the main issues here when it comes to service delivery?
Oh, thank you very much. Good morning to you and the viewers at large, in particular the Muma viewers. The issues specifically that I think our president, which we're privileged to have him in our midst today, have more to do with, first of all, the stimulation of the local economy. Mm-hmm. Secondly, we would want to push for ethical and clean governance. We also want to ensure that there's clean relationship and accountability and increased accountability. We need to increase the interaction between us, our council, and the communities, which is not generally the tendency. We also want to make sure, I'm sure he's also going to be talking more about how are we going to make sure that the environment is conducive to ensuring that everybody has got a roof on top of his head. The safety and secure environment, it's one of the things that you will have to refer to because it is occupy top of the agenda of our manifestos. The rural development, that's another area, because what we want to do is to ensure that there's limited, we need to minimize people getting into towns in numbers. We want to keep them in rural areas, but by promoting the agri-related activities and supplying the necessary instruments. And we also have to ensure that there are markets for whatever produce that they shall make out of that arrangement.
Yeah. You spoke about a critical issue of the stimulating the economy. Can you just unpack how are you going to do that?
Yes, in a nutshell, we want to ensure that there's. In a nutshell, we just scratching the surface is to remove the red tapes which our people have always been subjected to. They don't have access to real funding. That's the first thing. But the other thing is to also try and rehabilitate all those firms and industries that were broken down during those days when all the things that we had thought, if they've got apartheid fingerprints, we have to devour them. But now they are necessary. There are quite a number of walls here that needs to be, if we then put together some structures and create an environment that will boost investor confidence, we believe that these firms could be rehabilitated and we get our people.
Another issue
employed.
That the leader of UDM, I heard him talking about corruption, which is saying that it is the main one of the problems in this area.
Yes, it is. It's just that people have not found it, especially the powers that be. They've not found it urgent actually conduct some investigations in Nguma in particular. There are quite a number of indicators pointing towards that direction. For example, if I may just go to one incident that I've just had, which is an allegation that there's a hall that is being built with an amount to the tune of 56 million. Yet the tender that was signed and given to a particular service provider was somewhere in the region of 3.1 million, and many other things that makes us very much suspicious. In fact, if they could easily be proved that there is corruption, and that's why, for instance, as part of our manifesto, we want to ensure once we get in and the voters of Nguma give us that opportunity, is to ensure that there is ethical governance, clean and ethical governance, by checking up our financial management systems, by trying to influence and factor into and influence the state of affairs to restructure the budgeting system, because we're very concerned about this 3-year term budgeting, because most of the time that there's a lot of money that is put for the next 3 years, yet the things that are supposed to be done with that money will probably swallow it in less than 6 months or a year, and some of the projects that shall have started will stop somewhere in the middle and wait until the next budget cycle, which is going to be very frustrating. And it also points an accusing finger. Sometimes people could easily be accused of being corrupt, yet it's this budgeting system.
So which other areas are you targeting to have control in besides the Ngoma municipality?
We have control of.
Which other areas are you targeting besides Ngoma municipality in the province?
Well, let me point it right from the outset that the Ngoma municipalities is to us going to serve as a springboard.
Okay.
Because once we win Ngoma municipalities, we don't care whether Bashi next door doesn't vote for UDM. What we want to do is to demonstrate what type of metal UDM is made of here in terms of service delivery to people, so that whoever has found it, for whatever reason, not to vote UDM, they must, when they look at Nguma and feel sorry and regret that they did not vote UDM. That should happen in less than a year or two. Once we take over power in the municipality, intention being once we make and our voice heard and we clean everything, then it will mean that Eastern Cape people will realize that maybe we need to give a chance to the UDM to take over the whole Eastern Cape come 2024.
All right, thank you very much. That was the mayoral candidate of Ngoma municipality saying that should they be elected to govern in this area, they will be focusing on clean governance and accelerating service delivery. With that, it is back to you in studio.